So if it happens that your first equipment is for 50 kg, and in between there's some equipment which is of 20 kg, so this may create you the bottleneck.
So coming from, say, design quality, now actually when we design a formulation facility, what are the foundational principles that comes into picture, and how do any consultant or any brand ensure consistent product quality across batches, especially at commercial scale?
So basically the foundation lies in aligning facility design with process requirements rather than forcing processes into predefined structure.
Got it.
So the critical parameters which are to be taken care while designing a facility, from the layout perspective, it is like a zoning, your material flow, your environment flow must be tailored in such a way that there is a minimizing the risk of contamination, and there's no accumulation of the material in the whole process. So and the lean movement of the facility or the product throughout the cycle and the in-between steps of quality controls, as we discussed in the first question. So these are the things which are very much critical. And with this, what happens is like equipment flow, environmental classification, this all we focus because it is defined by guideline.
Right.
But what people fail is like having a in-process storages.
Okay.
So this is where people fail most of time, because the critical rooms or process rooms are driven by the equipment sizes.
Got it.
So that is also one of the critical point, that your equipment selection should be in line with your process, and it should not create any bottlenecks throughout the process. So to avoid the bottlenecks, the sizing of your equipment is very critical, so that it's a completely balanced from start to end.
Okay.
So balance in the sense is like you're starting a process, so your all equipment should be balanced with the flow. Like it's a 1 kilogram over here, so it should go 1 kilogram till end.
Okay.
For example. Okay. So if it happens that your first equipment is for 50 kg, and in between there's some equipment which is of 20 kg, so this may create you the bottleneck. Because the one process is gone, the other process it will get stuck.
Got it.
So the balancing of the whole equipment line and the equipment selection is very critical. And the second critical thing is, as I said, the in-process holds. Because most of the time it happens that we do not engineer the engineered in-process hold.
Got it.
So as per the guidelines, there are in-process quarantines required in the process. So namesake people try to save the area and say that it's an in-process quarantine. But these are the things which should be engineered properly.
Okay.
So that understanding the process, like your testing time, raw material availability, availability of next line,
right,
for the process.
Right.
So this in-process quarantines is the very critical thing, should be monitored, should be engineered, and should be planned into the layout.
Got it.
So this will avoid your risk of, it will give you the flexibility in process scalability, then avoiding any bottlenecks.
Got it.
And it will help you in increasing your productivity.
Got it.
And give you the flexibility.
Okay. So if we summarize it, can we say that it's a very layman summarization, I would say, not very technical, that it should be completely process driven rather than being infrastructure driven?
It will be process driven, supported by the infrastructure.
Okay.
It has to be process driven, supported by infrastructure, because the whole process are laid down properly.
Right.
But if your infrastructure is not supporting it, the whatever utilities required, whatever environmental conditions required,
got it,
temperature conditions required,
got it.
Then second thing is like equipment selections, as we said again and again. So it is also very critical from first is balancing that as much automation you can do to avoid the human intervention.
Got it.
So that is helping you in reducing the human errors. It's not possible at all places.
Absolutely.
As much you can minimize.
Right.
So that will help you in avoiding the risk of contamination, as well as the less human intervention is a less contamination to the product.
And product efficiency for
and
sure.
The product efficiency. Product efficiency, yeah, it will come by default come with production planning,
right,
more than the layout. So production efficiency will improve from the lean manufacturing perspective.
Okay.
But otherwise, it will help you out in maintaining contamination, minimizing the risk of contamination.
Got it. Got it.